Hey guys, and welcome to the first of many advancement recap episodes. We're going to be looking at what happened in the first 2 weeks of the Royal Hockey League here. First off, we're going to look at transactions, what went down, trades and whatnot, injuries and all that stuff. Starting off pretty much right away, we're going all the way down the list here to the very beginning, and one of the first games played was between my brother, Pittsburgh, and the Philadelphia Flyers, where Claude Giroux got injured for 38 games. Here's the hit, we got it recorded. It's kind of Steve Moore-esque, I don't know. Really dirty hit. It was really funny. We were talking to the Philadelphia Flyers GM at the time. He was incensed. He was freaking out. He's like, Why is he injured? What's happening? And yeah, it was pretty funny though. Crosby getting a little dirty there. But yeah, essentially there's some other pretty big injuries dabbled in throughout. I already talked about the injuries last episode. It's kind of cool how it's like specific games. Obviously, it's not cool when it's your good player going out, but still, it's nice that you know exactly how long they're going to be out. There's a bunch of them there as we go through just what essentially happened while we're playing through the games of the first advancement period. Some big ones there. Obviously, the biggest one of all is Claude Giroux being out for 38 games. Another bigger one, too, was LA Kings. They lost Dustin Penner right there for 42 games. Now we're moving on to the trades, though. We got Philadelphia making a trade with Boston there, and another trade with Washington. I'm not going to really read them out because that's too quick fired for me to do, but Ryan O'Reilly's a nice pickup for Chicago. Pretty fair trade there. And there's another buddy trade, Philadelphia and Detroit, trading some players that they essentially want for each other. Dallas Stars getting Braden Holtby, so not their starter, but a good backup. And I guess Edmonton GM is probably a Florida fan because they made a massive minor deal with a lot of players going both ways. I got to pick up Matt Niskanen for my brother for Ron Hainsey and a prospect, and I also went to my other friend in Anaheim and got Devontae Smith-Pelly and a second-round pick for Antropov. Another one, my friend wanted Kyle Wellwood from me, so I gave him that, and there's another big one there as well, Dougie Hamilton going to New York for Dan Girardi and a pick. Here's Yannick Hansen going to Detroit. Seems like a good fit for a lot of really good players, actually. There's Braden Shen going back to LA after being traded only for a year. Simple trade between Boston and Montreal there. There's my trade I got for Kevin Bieksa, trading Stewart, Jones, and a third for him. And waivers, Jason Blake being picked up, and Paul Ranger being signed by the Anaheim Ducks guys. So there's pretty much all the moves made. There were some trades that were in the queue that, you know, when teams took them over, they got essentially declined because it's up to the actual team to make those trades. So if you didn't see your trade go through, that's probably the reason why. There were a couple trades as well that, you know, I didn't feel comfortable, you know, making the CPU make that trade. I'm really going to let you guys do your thing, obviously, with your trades, but, you know, there's one that was like, I think it was Matt Stajan and a pick for Ryan Murray. Didn't feel like Columbus would do that. Now Columbus got a GM and they still have Ryan Murray, so kind of, you know, I'm gonna let those trades go through. Obviously, trades for players from computer teams, but still going to be a little bit of a guardian angel for them, obviously, so nothing too bad happens to any of them and people don't want to play as them. So now we're moving on to the conference standings. You can see Montreal Canadiens are top of the Eastern Conference there, followed by the Ottawa Senators there in fourth. Florida doing really well as well. Then Philadelphia is up third. We, as Winnipeg, are down in 8th spot right now, but it's really tight to start the season. Their CPU team controlled. Gabriel Landeskog is the top point leader right now. Obviously, that's interesting to see, and that's going to really do well for his overall standing, being the best player in the league thus far. Simon Gagner got 8 points for LA, still traded to Philadelphia though. Pacioretty there is the top goal scorer, and Gagner on that list as well. So pretty even, no real guys standing out obviously just yet because we're just into the first couple weeks of the season. Most people played about 5 games or so, roughly around there. After this one though, we're going to move on to goaltenders. Here you can see Pekka Rinne, Carey Price, and Craig Anderson are all the top guys right now. Obviously, guys, the top goalies taking up the top spots. But we move on to the save percentage here, and you can see Devin Dubnyk taking up the top spot right there. Edmonton's had a pretty good start to the season. There's Ryan Miller as well, and Ilya Bryzgalov taking up the third spot. He'll feature in just 1 second. And lastly, we'll look at the goals against average where Ryan Miller's top, and Carey Price, Jonas Hiller there as well, and there's Andrei Pavlik sitting fourth, so we are just off the board with that one. And here, guys, is the misplay of the week. We'll have one for each advancement period. This one is another clip from the Pittsburgh-Philly game, and starring Ilya Bryzgalov in net there. He's making a save, or is trying to at least, as this is a real greasy goal by Tyler Kennedy. takes the shot. It's not even a shot, it's more like a pass to the net. Brizgalov just kinds of sits there on his pads and thinks it's going to go wide, but nope, just slides right in off the side of his pads. And that's one goal that you definitely don't want to let in. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. There will be more of these, obviously. Each advancement period I'll have one of these up, so you guys aren't in the league can know what's going on just outside the Winnipeg Jets. Yeah, if you're in the league as well, this gives you a little bit of an update what's going down and some commentary on it. So thanks guys for watching, and obviously more BGM and more GM connected videos to come in the future. Cheers.